Guangzhou, China, Zhongshan Gymnasium, March 18, 1978, a Saturday evening. Time, 1945. The finals of the All-China Kung Fu Championships have just ended. This is China's most prestigious martial arts tournament. 4,500 people filled the hall all day. Contestants came from Beijing, Shanghai, Sichuan, and Fujian. Black belts from every major style were there. Wing Chun, Hung Ga, Mantis, Shaolin, and Wushu all competed for medals to declare themselves champions. The main competition is over. Awards have been distributed. The crowd is slowly dispersing. But behind the scenes in the conference room at the back of the hall, a press conference is beginning. This is a standard procedure. The big winners meet with sports journalists, answer questions, and set the headlines for Monday's newspapers. A long table in front, 65 journalists sitting in rows of chairs, some from mainstream sports pages, some from martial arts magazines, and some from local newspapers. All are there with their notebooks and cameras. Their energy is quite high. Jackie Chan is sitting at the table, 24 years old, 175 meters tall, 75 kilograms. He is there with his bright eyes and confident smile. Wearing a white kung fu uniform, a black belt around his waist, and a gold medal hangs around his neck. He is the middleweight champion. He won every match he entered today. Dominant performances, fast strikes, flawless technique, and clean points. The referees were impressed. The audience was impressed. Jackie is also quite impressed with himself, and he has the right to be. Sitting next to him is tournament organizer Lau Ka-leung, a southern kung fu master. Lau is the man who started it all years ago by mentioning this tournament at a meeting table. That day, no one knew this tournament would be so loved and greeted with such excitement. Today, this tournament has a fan base beyond imagination. Lau Ka-leung has been managing the press conferences since this work first began. He moderates questions, keeps everything professional. Because he handles this duty so meticulously, he is still at the helm. That day, he does all his checks again, takes his place at the table, and signals the journalists when everyone is seated. "Gentlemen, we can take your questions for our champions. Please introduce yourselves before speaking." A journalist from the Guangzhou Daily raises his hand. Lau signals to him. "Please, go ahead." The journalist stands up. "Jackie Chan, congratulations on your victory. Today you showed incredible speed and determination. The fastest strikes we saw in this tournament belong to you. People are virtually mesmerized while watching you. How do you achieve this? How do you manage to be the fastest striker in China in the martial arts community? And finally, another name mentioned like yours is Ip Man. In your opinion, are you faster, or is Ip Man?" The room suddenly falls silent. This is a provocative question. Ip Man cannot defend himself here. He is not competing in this tournament, but his reputation precedes him. Everyone has heard those stories. Push-ups done with one finger, legendary work on the wooden dummy, demonstrations where his hands move at a speed cameras cannot catch. Asking Jackie to compare himself to Ip Man is asking him to claim superiority over a legend. But at that moment, Jackie smirks and leans into the microphone. "To be honest, I don't think I'm faster. I know I'm faster. Yes, Ip Man is very talented, but I have been competing for 8 years, winning tournaments, fighting under real pressure, against real opponents. I am the fastest kung fu master in China, period." Journalists are writing frantically. This is a headline. A champion claims superiority over Ip Man. Some journalists are excited. This is a controversy, and it sells newspapers. But some are quite uncomfortable, because they know Ip Man's reputation in this field. They feel this claim might not end well, that Jackie has spoken wrongly. Lau Ka-leung shifts in his seat. He knows Ip Man personally, and knows he is somewhere in this hall. At that moment, Lau interjects. "I mean, tournament speed and demonstration speed are different things." But he is interrupted by movement at the back of the room. A figure stands up, 170 meters tall, 60 kilograms, plain black pants and a black shirt. Ip Man. He had been sitting in the back row, observing the press conference, learning. He heard the question. He heard Jackie's answer. Now he is walking towards the stage. The room virtually explodes. Whispers spread like a fire. "It's Ip Man. He's here. Oh my God, this is going to be great." Ip Man walks calmly. He doesn't rush. His footsteps make no sound on the carpeted floor. Journalists turn in their seats. Cameras turn to him. He reaches the stage, climbs the 3 steps, walks to the table, and stands next to Jackie, looking at him. His expression is neutral and calm, not angry, not aggressive. He is just there. "Jackie," says Ip Man. His voice echoes in the hall. "You told all the journalists here that you are faster than me, that you even know it. Well, a question for you. Do you want to prove it? Right here, now, and in front of everyone?" Jackie's smirk suddenly fades. His confident stance stiffens. He tries to make sense of what he's hearing. Yes, he thinks he's faster than him, but he seems to lack the strength to try. Lau Ka-leung stands up. "Gentlemen, I don't think this is appropriate." Ip Man gently raises his hand. "Sorundi, Lau. It's okay, Lau. Jackie made a claim. Claims must be tested. Besides, This would be a demonstration of honesty. He looks at Jackie again. What do you say, Jackie? What do you say to seeing the fastest man in China? At that moment, applause breaks out from the hall. Everyone is shouting for Jackie to accept. As the applause rises, Ip Man raises his hand again and silences the room. The hall holds great respect for Master Ip. Jackie's mind is confused. He doesn't know what to do. He knows only one thing. If he retreats, tomorrow's headline will be Champion Rejects Ip Man's Challenge. Jackie looks around as if regretting the words he said. So what should Jackie have done? A few seconds later, he nods. Yes, let's prove it. Let's show it to everyone, he says. Ip Man pulls back from the table, creating space. Lau Ka Leung pushes the chairs aside. Journalists stand up and pull back, creating a clearance in front of the stage. But at that moment, Lau stops the duo. Friends, if we are going to do this, we must do it in the ring, and the whole world must see it. If you also approve, come up to the ring and show all your cards. In front Ip Man and Jackie, behind all other guests and journalists. They move towards the hall where the ring is. Two great fighters enter the ring. Jackie takes off his gold medal and hands it to Lau. Ip Man takes his position with a quite relaxed stance. Ip Man says, "Come on, Jackie, show yourself to me. Attack with all your speed and show your real power," he says. "Now we will see which of us is faster." Jackie nods. Ip Man nods. Jackie goes into a fighting stance. Traditional kung fu, front stance. Hands ready. This is his job. This is his element. Tournament fighting, clean techniques, fast execution. He won dozens of matches with his speed. His reverse punch is a legend in tournament circles. Fast as lightning. Now he prepares to throw it. Second one. Jackie throws the reverse punch, his best, fastest technique. His right hand shoots forward, a textbook form, flawless hip rotation and full extension. The very punch that won him the championship 3 hours ago. Ip Man's left hand moves. He intercepts Jackie's wrist in midair, only 15 centimeters away from Ip Man's face. A light contact, just enough to redirect the trajectory. Jackie's punch slides past Ip Man's head. He misses. Second four. Jackie resets and tries again. Front hand jab. Fast and snapping. Ip Man's right hand intercepts. The same result. A light touch, redirection, and a miss. Jackie's eyes narrow. Fast. He knows he's fast, but Ip Man is catching up to him. He doesn't block after the move arrives. He intercepts and stops it as it comes. This means seeing the technique before its full development. Second 7. Jackie changes tactics. Spinning back fist. A circular technique, a different angle, a different timing. He spins, and his punch draws an arc towards Ip Man's head. Ip Man's hand is already there waiting. He intercepts the punch at the peak of the arc. He stops the rotation. Jackie's technique fails. Second 10. Jackie explodes with a combination. Jab, cross, hook. 3 punches in rapid succession. Tournament speed, championship speed. Ip Man's hands are in constant motion. Left, right, left. He intercepts every punch, redirects every trajectory. 3 strikes, 3 misses. Jackie has thrown his fastest techniques, but none found their target. He didn't even come close. Second 13. Ip Man speaks quietly. "You are very fast, Jackie. You are fast at a championship level, but you fight with techniques and patterns. I, however, respond to intent. I see your decision before your hand moves. I see your body's commitment before your strike begins. This is not superior speed. This is earlier timing." Second 15. Ip Man's right hand moves. Not a punch, just a touch. His fingers lightly brush Jackie's chest. A light contact, barely felt. But the message is clear. If this had been a real strike, everything would be over. Jackie was open and vulnerable while throwing his combination. He had created gaps. Ip Man could have struck whenever he wanted, but chose not to. He only showed the opening. Second 17. Ip Man pulls back and lowers his hands. "You are a champion, Jackie. You earned that medal. Your speed and talent are real, but tournament speed and combat awareness are different things. You train to get points, to apply the techniques the referees reward. I train to end encounters. Different goals, different methods. One is not better than the other, just different." The conference hall is dead silent. 65 journalists frozen, cameras recording. Jackie remains in his fighting stance, breathing heavier than he should, not from physical exhaustion, but from a mental shock. He threw his 5 fastest techniques at Ip Man, yet none found their target. Ip Man gave his message with only minimal hand movements. Interceptions and redirections. Jackie slowly straightens up, comes out of his stance and looks at Ip Man. His expression changes. The confidence is gone, replaced by something else, respect and curiosity. He extends his hand. "I was wrong. You are faster. I couldn't even hit you." Ip Man shakes his hand. "You can beat many people. You are very talented. But do not confuse tournament success with complete mastery. There is always more to learn. There is always someone who sees things differently." Jackie nods. "Will you teach me what you just did?" Ip Man thinks for a moment. "I can show you the principles, but you will have to question everything you think you know. Are you ready to forget what you've learned before learning again? Can you do this?" Jackie does not hesitate. "Yes. Until now, I thought I knew the best techniques. I participated in tournaments and won that way. I thought there was no one better than me, but I was wrong. Now I bow before you with respect, Master Ip. After what just happened, I have to do this. I need to understand how you did this. Yip Man takes a business card from his pocket and hands it to Jackie. My school in Foshan. If you really want to, come Tuesday evening. Jackie takes the card. I will be there. Yip Man nods and turns to the journalists. Thank you for your time. I congratulate all of today's champions once again. He leaves the stage and exits the conference room, moving as calmly as he arrived. Jackie stands alone in the ring, looking at the gold medal he gave to Lau. The medal suddenly seems less important, less valuable to his eyes. He won a tournament but lost a test he didn't even know existed, a test that revealed how much he still has to learn. Lau Ka-leong approaches and puts his hand on Jackie's shoulder. Don't feel bad. Ip Man does this to everyone, especially champions. Not to humiliate, but to teach. Jackie nods. I don't feel humiliated. On the contrary, I feel awakened. I thought I knew what speed was. I thought I was the fastest. It turns out I was measuring the wrong thing. 2 days later, Tuesday evening, Jackie Chan walks into the Wing Chun Institute in Foshan. Ip Man sees him at the door and smiles. You came? Jackie nods. I said I would come. For the next 18 months, Jackie works with Ip Man twice a week. He learns principles that do not exist in tournament kung fu, seeing intent before movement, intercepting instead of blocking, timing instead of reacting. His tournament career continues. He continues to win, but his understanding deepens. His speed becomes something more than just fast techniques. It becomes awareness. It becomes timing. In 1979, Ip Man calls Jackie. A film is going to be made. I want you to play in this film. You will be the lead actor. What do you say? Jackie accepts, and they film together. That friendship, which began with a 17-second challenge at a press conference, turns into a professional partnership. The film becomes a legend. Jackie's career explodes, and he becomes a world star. For the rest of his life, whenever someone asks him about his martial arts journey, he tells them about March 1978. He tells them about being proven wrong in 17 seconds. He tells them about learning that being wrong is the first step to being better, because this was not about defeat. It was about learning. It was not about speed. It was about wisdom. Just 17 seconds were enough to understand that mastery is not a destination, but a journey. And remember, the best champions are the ones willing to remain students.